Hey, good evening, YouTube fam. I am getting ready to go to a concert that I am most assuredly going to be late for because it's 6:26 EST right now. The concert starts at 7. So I'm going to try to do a very quick beat and a quick V-part wig. Get my wig on quick. I already know I'm going to be late, but that's okay. So I'm doing a V-part wig side part. So what I'm going to do is first pull out the leave out, or first make the part where I want the part to be. But what I want to talk today is about this KeKe Palmer thing. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't seen it. But I think what I want to talk about is the dangers of being connected to men who show such obvious misogyny and such obvious misogynoir. Like anyone who's partnered with a black woman, anyone who's partnered with a black woman should know not to publicly humiliate them. Real quick, what I'm doing is I'm just pulling out the part that's going to go over on this side of the V-part wig, and now I'm going to pull out a little tiny thin layer that's going to go on this side of the V-part wig. It is that easy, y'all. I love V-part wigs. I absolutely love them. Y'all gonna see, because I've been sporting one of mine. Anyway, so this thing has really blown up. If you haven't heard of it, KeKe Palmer, America's most unproblematic, talented megastar, 20 years in the industry. I came to know her through Akilah and the Bee when she was like 11 or 12 or something. Like, she was really young. I can't pick this up. I can't pick this up. Oh my gosh. I just want to set this aside. Anyway, so she went out to a concert. Her and her boyfriend Darius something or other just had a baby. She went out to a concert. I'm just summing it up real quick. To an Usher concert. Then there was a video circulating of her and Usher dancing, and she was wearing a dress, a see-through dress. Hold on, I see. With a bodysuit underneath, with her butt cheeks hanging out. And her boyfriend commented, "It's the dress for me though, you a mom." And he really thought he had did something. Then of course all of the internet came after him, and then he doubled down. He doubled down and said something like, I forgot what he said, but something about, I gotta protect my home, blah blah blah. He thanked Elon Musk, which is even more embarrassing, for being able to turn off his notifications on Twitter. And then he said at the end of his follow-up tweet, and I rest my case, as if he said anything that meant anything, or had, as if he had made any kind of point whatsoever. KeKe has been very quiet given the circumstances surrounding, except for she put up a post the next day about how she wished she had taken more pictures. And then the next day, which was either yesterday or this morning, I think it was last night. Then this morning, or yeah, I'm sorry, last night, I just saw it this morning. She put up a video of her and her baby singing, "Isn't He Lovely?" She wished him a happy 5 months or 4 months, however old he is. And then she did a plug for a new sweatshirt line that's available on her website, that the front of the sweatshirt says, "I'm a mother." Because she is trying to prove a point. Like, you out here trying to humiliate me, literally trying to humiliate me for what I'm wearing, as if a woman can't wear sexy clothes anymore because she's a mother. It's sad in 2023 that there's so many layers to this. That one, because a lot of people were mentioning the fact that they're not married. And it's like, so what if they were married? What if they were married? Would that change anything? Ain't she still allowed to wear whatever the hell she wants? Like, marriage does not equal ownership, y'all. Like, we are not in the late 1900s. Just FYI, what I'm doing with this little messy bun is just pinning it up, because I'm going to put the wig on over it. But anyway, So that's the problem with his follow-up. So for me, the problem is the fact that he did that anyway represents so much misogyny. But any partner, like I said, who's with a black woman needs to know that you're in the bottom of the barrel. As a black woman, you're going to be humiliated everywhere you go. Black men think they're more than you and better than you. White women think they're more than you and better than you. And everyone else. So if you're a black woman with a partner, the last thing you ever should do is call out your black woman publicly for something as stupid as that. I can see if she like cheated on you with your daddy and killed your mama. You know, fine, call her out. What he called her out on was wearing a see-through dress to an Usher concert. So then there was that whole dilemma of like, you know, maybe he was just jealous. Even so, bro, send her a text. Wait till she gets home. Like, man, I felt jealous. My ego was challenged because I saw you and Usher bumping up on each other. Send her a text at home. Bro, send her a text at home. So, but why I titled this KeKe, You in Danger? Because the thing is, y'all, is what I have found is that men who have these issues where they're actively and openly practicing misogyny, this is nasty because this edge control is really at the end of it's really at the end of its rope, and I really need more really bad, but this is really good edge control. So I don't even think I have any other edge control right now, and I want these baby hairs because it makes the wig look realer if I bring out my baby hairs. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, men who are actively practicing misogyny to that embarrassing of a level. Like, this man tried to publicly humiliate her on Twitter. On Twitter, y'all. They don't tend to change. Not overnight. And he's in his 20s. I think they're both in their 20s, right? He's in his 20s. It's very, very unlikely that he's ever going to, or it's very unlikely that he is soon to address that level of misogyny. It's very unlikely that he's soon to address that level of maturity. For a man to publicly call out his women about something like that is so immature. It's so immature on so many levels. It's just so immature. And KeKe, the kind of woman that she portrays herself to be, like I said, very unproblematic. She really hasn't put anything much about their relationship on socials until they had a baby, till it was like serious. KeKe has been, she stayed out of drama on social media. And so for her to have a boyfriend that feels comfortable enough to practice that level of misogyny and honestly just stupidity, really, it shows there's a much bigger problem. And that's why I think, unfortunately, I mean, not that my opinion matters in any way to her, but I don't think it's gonna work. And all these people are like, oh, well, you know, we working to keep black families together. Yes, we should. Yes, we should. I absolutely think we should. But at the same time, if you're dealing with someone and you're already in the spotlight, KeKe is mega talented. She's a superpower, or a super talent in terms of, like, she's been on Broadway, she's been in movies, she's been on TV, she can sing, she can kind of do everything. She's funny. You know, she has range. She has a long, bright career ahead of her. She already has way more money than him. Why did I get this much mousse? I did not need this much mousse. And so for her to to be with somebody who's already showing his ego, like, at that level that he can't handle her dancing with another celebrity at a concert, and maybe there's not enough trust there. Real quick, one of the things I do to make my V-part wigs look more realistic, if you're interested, is I just pull out kind of a lot of hair here, and then when I put the wig on and push it behind my ear, it kind of makes it look even more real. I want to get the wig, but I am butt-ass naked. Hold on, let me get the wig. Okay, my room is even more torrential than usual because I am in the process of completely reorganizing it. But anyway, so yeah, if he's already showing that level of insecurity, what is going to happen? What's going to happen in the future? Okay, so I'm just going to pull these forward, put this on. Usually I start with this side and put it underneath. I have a really, really big balding spot right there, so I have to start kind of really far back. Ouch. Ouch. I shouldn't have clipped so soon. There's 4 clips here, but usually I only do 3 because I really don't like tension. And I bring this one all the way. Ouch. These clips are sharp to there. Then pull that over, then pull the last clip. See, this is hurting. Ouch. Pull the last clip under the bun I made and just push it in there. Then I need to reclip this. So, I mean, this rig is not super realistic, but I have some other more realistic. But see how if you just like casually, it could look real. It gives real vibes in person, I promise y'all. But it's kind of purposely a little matted at the top to give scalp vibes. You know what? I am gonna clip this one because it's sticking out. There we go. That is way too much tension. Hold on, y'all. I just do not like tension. I cannot take tension. Ow. This be hurting. So when that happens, I just move it down a little lower. See, there you go. I wanna not feel wigs on my head, especially these clips. Okay, there we go. So that was quick and easy. I don't know where my clips are, so I'm just gonna move that behind me. Anyway, so yeah. Yes, girl, I thought the same thing. He's misogynistic. The shaming of women reminds me of an ex. Yeah, absolutely. I just think men who shame women altogether, all of them altogether, should be just banned from being friends in our life, from being, especially being emotional, romantic connections. But men who shame women publicly, because they tend to be the ones who do it like super proudly, even more, I think, are even more problematic, because that's who these podcast dude bros, the podcast dude bros, that's basically what their entire message is. That's what Kevin Samuels gets off on. Why am I still feeling tension right here? Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, they are building up like basically armies of men who feel disgruntled with how women won't take their bullshit. And so, you know what? I'm not doing this right now. I'm gonna take this off while I do my makeup, and I'll come back and fix it later because it's driving me absolutely crazy. I was just talking to a friend today, and he was telling me how it was fascinating. Now, I don't know if KeKe's boyfriend fits in with this conversation, but it was a fascinating conversation. He was telling me how he thinks that Black men especially are looking for a kind of surrogate father figure with some of these really problematic podcast dude bros, but especially Kevin Samuels. I was going to say, may he rest in peace, but that would take a lot out of me to say that. So I'm just going to say Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, and Jordan Peterson, and how all of them have a message of openly shaming women with no shame about it. No shame about the fact that they openly, Kevin Samuels hated Black women. The stuff he said about Black women was terrible. And I feel like it doesn't matter if you're a Black woman or a white woman or you're Native American or whatever you are, Chinese American, it don't matter. Or whatever, actual Chinese, you from India, you from wherever. We should never want, nobody, man, woman, boy, girl, child, whoever, should ever want to follow and actively participate in open misogyny. Like, it's bad for all of us. The fact that men somehow, this keeps eluding them, like, oh, I can follow Kevin Samuels and not, I actually, yeah, I know someone who says this, I can follow Kevin Samuels, but not ascribe to his misogyny. How? How? How can you follow Kevin Samuels and not subscribe to the open hatred of Black women, the open hatred of women in general? I can't. I just can't. What am I doing with this? I can't. There was one of my Facebook friends, a dude who posted a video of Kevin Samuels. I am really kind of off the point, but whatever. And it was one of the ones where Kevin Samuels was talking about how if PUSSY was 20 years old, 20 to 30, it's this. If it's 30 to 40 years old, it's Costco. If it's 40 to 50-year-olds, it's Goodwill, PUSSY. And then he put R.I.P. Kevin, a true king. So I messaged him and I was like, I thought you said you were pro-woman, pro-Black woman. What is this about? Why are you posting this Kevin Samuels video and telling other people you pro-woman and pro-Black women? You're not. You're not. Anyway, my whole point is those men ascribe to a message of shame. And what KeKe Palmer's boyfriend did was try to publicly shame her and then defend it. You know, I really hope and pray. I really hope for her sake. I'm not feeling very hopeful about it. But sometimes when people say stupid stuff on the internet and they get quote unquote canceled or called out, sometimes they actually commit themselves to learning and they commit themselves to do better. Sorry, like all my makeup is behind me because I just went to Detroit for the week because I'm from there and I went to go see people I love. So I have not unpacked. All my stuff is all over the place. Anyway, sometimes they repent. You know, they're like, you know what? I get it. I said something stupid, and they're like, I'm committed to. They're like, I'm committed to learn. They'll usually issue an apology or a follow-up that people will then make fun of and say is not good enough. But at least they'll commit to being on a learning journey. And all we've seen from Darius Doofus, whatever his last name is, him doubling down with why it was okay for him to mom shame his girlfriend and baby mama on Twitter for being a sexy mom. And I just think KeKe deserves better than that. I think we all deserve better than that, to be honest with you. And if she was my friend, if she was my friend, I'd be like, girl, he's not gonna change. Unless he books a therapy appointment right now, he looks you in your eyeballs and commits. Actually, I'm gonna wait because my eyebrows are still wet. And commits to being a different person. Honey, he ain't gonna change. And I feel like men in general, this is actually what me and my friend Daryl were talking about today, which was such a good conversation. They do not divest. Men in general do not divest from power unless they are actively committed to divesting from power. It's the same way with white people. White people do not divest from power. White women do not divest from power towards intersectional feminism unless they are fully, wholly committed to the journey, to almost daily, if not weekly, working on it. Because everything in our culture goes towards protecting the power that white people have upheld in this country. Everything in society across the world is about upholding power that men have over women. And Black men will do anything unless they intentionally divest from it to keep the power that they have over Black women in the superiority, because they don't have it over white men. You know what? It's ridiculous. But yeah, I had such a good conversation. Daryl, my friend Daryl, who is a Black man, we were talking about this. He was spitting some wisdom because I was like thinking about how it all correlates. And I was like, yeah, that no one divests from power unless they're super intentional about it from any power dynamic whatsoever, because there will always be somebody that we can take advantage of. And unfortunately, we're humans. So unless Darius was like committed to it, I would tell KeKe to just get the heezy out. And it's so sad because her baby is so young, but she'll never be happy in that dynamic of being disrespected like that. I'm just at this place like more and more. What am I looking for? I feel like I need to hurry, but it's hard to hurry when I'm talking. What do I need to do next? What should I do next? I'll do my eyelashes. I feel like I'm at this point more and more where I just don't even want to be connected to anyone who's not like actively divesting from anything that's leading towards a more equitable society. I just don't want to do it anymore because I'm finding myself getting really, really frustrated with people who are just committed to living in these like bubbles of stupidity about the realities. Especially about America, especially about, if you can't tell if you follow me on here, I'm very passionate about gender and race dynamics. I think about it a lot. And actually right now, right at this very minute, right now, I am taking a class on gender and race dynamics. I'm getting a master's of global communications. I'm right in the middle of that class right now. So it's on my mind even more. But when this KeKe thing came up, I was like, oh, hell no. But anyway, it just made me think about in my own life, y'all know I'm single. I feel like I need to be even more committed to really only dating men who have considered and thought about these issues, who already actively divested from whiteness, from evangelicalism, from misogyny, from power trips, all of it. Because I'm just finding more and more that people who have not thought about this stuff are not intellectually equal. And I'm not saying that from like I'm better. I'm saying it from like, I've thought about it enough that y'all don't frustrate me. I'm just making sure these fit. Okay. Anyway. I don't know if I should keep talking because I feel like I do want to get to this concert. And if I keep talking, I'm going to be super late. So maybe I should just stop here. Because I really do want to get there. It's Booker T. His name is Booker T. Jones. And the name of the show is like 60 Years of Green Onions or something. But he's apparently a really popular bass player, keyboard pianist. And yeah, I think I'm going to be super late if I don't get the heezy out of here. So I think I'm going to end it here. I will show you, as always, I always post the updated look, like what I look like when it's all done, when I got my cute clothes on, the wig, the makeup, when everything is popping. I always post it in my community tab, or you can follow me on Instagram. I always post my cute pics on Instagram at grace_sandra_. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it, but thanks for coming along. Bye, y'all.